Welcome back. During the holidays, there are usually plenty of parties, and while everyone wants to celebrate and have a good time, there are a few rules of etiquette you might want to keep in mind. Judy Jergens is a business communications consultant, and she's here to help us a bit on a holiday party etiquette. Welcome to the show.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, so let's focus on the three areas: the before, during the party, and the after.
Yes. And first of all, the reason we have etiquette in the first place is just so it makes life simpler. And so that everyone knows exactly what to do. It's like going off and on an elevator. You know that the people on the elevator need to come off first before you get on. So that's essentially the same thing with party etiquette. The invitations, first of all, the host has to think about what are the things that your guest needs to know. Obviously, the date, time, and place of the party, but then the other things that are a little trickier is what to wear, and then the other thing is, are you going to feed them or not? And before this segment, I was asking people, and it is amazing how many times people said, as the host or the guest, I didn't know whether I was going to get to eat or not. So I went hungry, or I ate before I went, and then I missed all the great food. So let your host know if they're going to eat or not.
So simple put thing. On their light appetizers and desserts,
yes, or heavy appetizers, or before dinner or after dinner party, something like that.
So what if someone invites you and they don't say? Do you call and ask them?
You're allowed to do that.
Okay.
You absolutely can, or ask someone else who's going to the party. Another thing a host can do is let everyone know who else is coming. It's hard to do when you're sending a printed invitation, but when you're calling on the telephone, tell them one or two other people who are coming. Tell them what you as the host are wearing and maybe what you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a polite thing to do.
It is. It makes everyone feel more comfortable.
Certainly.
Okay, so what about at the party? How can you be a gracious host?
Well, meet everybody at the door, but sometimes that's not possible when you have a lot of people because you have people coming in, they want to know where the restroom is, or you're showing them where the bar is. And so as a guest then, you can when you come in the house and they're not there, and they'll often leave the door open for you, you can put your hostess gift down, put your name in your hostess gift, because if they don't see it and they bring it in, I did this last night. I walked in, the host wasn't there, she was busy, and so you drop off your hostess gift, you have your name in there, so afterwards she knows it's from you, and then you walk and you find them and you say, I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Okay, so what are great hostess gifts? Don't walk in empty-handed.
Well, you could, but and it just depends on the culture, the social culture for the people that you know. You know, if it's someone that you go to see all the time, maybe that's not what you all do. If it's a more formal party, absolutely take something, and you don't have to stress about it. It doesn't have to be the perfect bottle of wine, though that's always nice. It can be a tea towel with a Santa on it for Christmas. It can be holiday candles, which is what these are. Great. Just some little thing to say thank you very much for inviting me. And I'm thrilled to be here.
I'm so excited to be here. Okay, so how do you be a great guest? Should you come early? No.
Definitely not. Thank you for asking that. No, don't come early unless the host asks you to come early to help a little bit. So anywhere from on time to about 15-20 minutes later, and if you know that it's an in and out thing, 30 minutes is fine.
That's fine. Yes. And quickly, after the party, do you send a thank you note?
Yes, you should, absolutely. And in some places in this country, calling up the next day is the thing to do. And you can do that, but stay on the phone just a short period of time because your hostess is recovering and cleaning up from the day before. So just call briefly, leave a message, say thank you. An email is acceptable, and the very best thing is to write a note.
Write a note. I know it's the most gracious way to say thank you for hosting an event. And I had so much fun.
Yes.
Judy, thank you so much for coming on the show. Great advice. Let's check in with Mike, who is talking about the kindness connection.